This is an unboxing of the Phottix Atlas Professional Wireless Flash Trigger. As you can see, here's the box that everything came in. It's actually a little nicer packaging than what I was expecting. I'd never ordered anything from Phottix before, so it was just a little bit nicer than what I was expecting. I will add early on that I am in the United States and these were shipped to me from Hong Kong. That does lead to a slight problem that they are not currently FCC licensed. They are licensed for use in Europe, Australia, China. They're not necessarily illegal to use in the United States, but they may interfere with some devices, or some other devices may interfere with them, which is really what I'm more concerned with. These little places on the back here just indicate some examples of how the flash can be used in its various modes. My lighting setup really doesn't let those images come through very well. On the back of the box there's a technical specs table that lists out at a quick glance everything you would want to know about these triggers. Oddly enough, there is a line that indicates these units would operate on an FCC approved frequency. However, the units that I have are not FCC approved as of yet. Let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what's inside, and connect the speed light to it. So, they came in a box and I actually ordered 3 of them. They're really packed in. So let me get this opened up here. I actually already opened the other 2 and used them a little bit just to test them. I've been pretty satisfied with the results. Now let's go ahead and slide this open. And on the back here is an instruction manual. It's not really a manual, it just flips open. It's a very large sheet of paper, multi-sided. There's about 6 different languages on here. I'll go ahead and put those down to the side. In the box itself, we've got the Phottix unit right here, a couple cables, looks like 1/4 inch, and 2 AA batteries to power the unit. So open that up. First we'll go ahead and take a look at these cables. First cable here is just 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch. And this cable is about, I'm gonna say it's like 2 feet long. It's actually a surprisingly long cable. I can't even get the whole thing in the shot. That's how long it is. Next is the PC sync cable. One thing that's really nice about this cable is that the end here it's got threads on it. So you plug this in and you can actually spin this piece and tighten it up into the flash. So that way you don't have to worry about this cable accidentally falling out. Go ahead and pull this out too. Got the standard 1/4 inch jack to 1/8 inch jack. And those have millimeter equivalents if you're not in the United States. Next is a lanyard. To kind of, if you want to put this through the Phottix unit, you can hang the Phottix from a light stand. Silica gel bag, don't need to use that. And the Phottix unit itself. Pop this out of here, and we'll put that over there. So here is the unit itself. You spin that around, take a look here. Essentially what we have, this is, I'm going to call the back side of the unit, because when this mounts onto your camera body, this actually faces forward. So we'll go ahead and start at the front here. The front side has a battery door, flips open, 2 AA batteries. It comes equipped with them. Not really sure what battery life is yet. Haven't actually used these other than just kind of my own testing. It does have a light stand or tripod adapter. So it's a threaded adapter that you can screw this down to a light stand, screw down on top of a tripod, whatever that would be. And this adapter here is directly in line with, you can see here's the center of that mount, directly in line with where the flash can attach to the Phottix, to the Atlas. So if you screw this down to a tripod or a light stand, the flash is directly in the center, so it'll be firing pretty much at the center of your reflector or your shoot-through umbrella. Go and turn this around. On the side here we've got our WRS mode, power switch on off. Go ahead and just get a little closer there so you can see those. So I mean, nothing too special, just some switches. As we go around to the back, here we've got a hot shoe where we can actually put any type of flash. So you've got some newer speed lights, some older speed lights, whatever they are. You don't necessarily need a PC sync cable to use these units with the flash, because you can slide a flash right in there and fire the flash without any type of cabling at all. 4-channel selector switch right there, so makes it pretty easy to pick the channels. And again, when this is sitting on your camera body, this is the side that faces you. So if you just look up in the back of the viewfinder, you see the channel that you're on. You see there's a status light that'll illuminate during different modes. So you can actually just really quickly check and tell if the device is on and ready. A simple test button that will fire the flash. So this is also the button if you use this device as a remote shutter release. This will also be the button that fires that. Around on this side, we've got a DC 5-volt input. So if you do use these in a location where, in a studio or something like that, where they're kind of going to be fixed in one location, you're not moving them around a lot, you can power these up with DC, and that way you don't have to worry about ever turning them off or ever having to switch out the batteries, things like that. The CE we'll get to in a second. This actually indicates that these devices are licensed to use overseas. By overseas, I mean not in America. On the top, there's a couple of 1/8" plugs. Again, both of these will actually fire flashes, but if you want to fire a flash remotely and fire a flash that's triggered through this cable, you can use one of these ports, and one of them is, if you're going to use this as a remote shutter release, you have to use the correct port. Again, it's all lined up and it's all outlined in the instructions. I will talk real quick about the antenna. It's just a kind of a rubber duck antenna. The very, very top part of the antenna, there's nothing in it, but you get down about 3/4 of an inch, and it definitely, there's definitely something in there. So it's not like the antenna is just there for show. There's something in there, but it is pretty flexible, and you don't have to really worry about breaking it. I mean, it'll go through quite a range of motion before there's really any harm. We'll go ahead and hit the bottom real quick, because this is actually one of the nicer features about this is there's a metal hot shoe at the bottom. Probably the big reason you're looking at these is because you don't want to spend all the extra money for a set of pocket wizards. This shoe at the bottom is all plastic on a pocket wizard. Another thing, this little, spinning clamp ring on a pocket wizard just fits a little bit looser. It just feels a little bit more poorly made. This one actually is a little bit bigger, so it's easier to grab onto. It also, so when you kind of clamp down on your hot shoe on your camera, it just makes it a little bit easier to make sure you got a nice solid connection, and you feel like it's not gonna pop off real easy as well. All right, let's go ahead and plug a speed light into here. So this is just a 430EX speed light, and go ahead and turn the unit on. When you turn the unit on, it does flash. I'm not sure if you can see those flashes. It flashes red real quick, and then you get a green status flashing indicator once every second or so, just to let you know that the device is powered on. So we can attach our speed light right into here. Go ahead and point that down a little bit, and I've got it in this mode, and so you can see how that kind of looks there. Now, if I did have a tripod or something handy, you could see that we could attach this again right to a tripod or light stand. That'll fit on there. Let me crank that down. One less piece of gear you have to grab, because you can attach the light right to the transceiver and go. And when I hit the test button, it fires my flash, kind of blasts out the lights. Price, I paid about $103 per unit, shipped here from Hong Kong. Okay, that wraps up our unboxing of the Phottix Atlas wireless transceiver. It's essentially a pocket wizard competitor.